So it was a very big day on the debt market street on Wednesday. The Naira bond for the month of May, auctioned by the debt office, was overbought whopping 177 billion naira in the week, 2 days after the Monetary Policy Committee told the central bank to find a way to reduce the size of commercial banks' appetite for government securities, bills and bonds. But the appetite is still high. So what's driving this? Babajide Sholanke is one of the fixed income dealers at FSDH Merchant Bank and is live to us from FMDQ Exchange Place in downtown Lagos. How big is this? Babajide, good morning. Welcome to the program. If we have this bond overbought, 177 billion, where are you folks finding this money and your appetite still as large as it could get?
Well, the appetite is always large for anything that gives you guaranteed return with a risk-free return that is almost absent.
Absolutely.
It's just natural risk return playing. The government securities are out there. Let's just say the market is just partnering with government to achieve economic growth and provide infrastructure. So we're just partners, partners in progress.
Partners in progress. So what's the yield curve for today? Looking at the opening calls on treasuries and Naira bond side. Let's deal with treasuries first.
Yeah, it's open weak like I did yesterday. Yesterday, following the central bank decision, as you know, to hold rates and all the policy issues that the central bank did mention, the market opened a little bit tepid. In between buying and
Congratulations, I guess.
the central bank.
Yes, a bit of a technical issue there. Babajide, please go ahead.
Yeah, other statements the central bank made in the Monetary Policy Communique, the market is still trying to digest it and make sense of it. So the demand has been tepid. We expected high demand. If the central bank had cut the rate, they didn't cut the rate, they left it unchanged. And so the market is just a bit tepid. So but we expect the demand to keep coming in. There's HOMO maturities today. We expect the central bank to issue HOMO. And we'll just see how it goes from there. We'll see how it goes from there, whether the continuation of the monetary policy has been accommodative will continue or the central bank will change course.
Okay. Well, what's the liquidity level now? We saw all that massive buying into the Naira bond auction. Then of course, if you have matured treasuries being repaid today, will you be able to keep some good, decent level of liquidity before we finish up tomorrow?
Yeah, the liquidity will be in the system. But you must understand that the liquidity in the system must be consistent with what the central bank considers not to be inflationary. So the HOMO maturity today that will come in about 107 billion, we'll see what the central bank will do with it, whether they will allow it to just suffice to exist in the system like they've done. It's been a while they've done HOMO, or they will take it out. Like I said, liquidity is not just a one-sided story in terms of how much money is in the system. Is that liquidity consistent with the monetary policy of the central bank in terms of that liquidity not being inflationary? We will see today. If the central bank decides to mop it up, they will be able to consider and conclude whether that liquidity is inflationary and central bank needed to take it out. Otherwise, we'll just wait and see what the action will be.
Okay. Thank you so much. We appreciate coming in through to take us to debt market street. Babajide Sholanke, fixed income dealer at FSDH Merchant Bank from FMDQ Exchange Place. What's going on at the stock market? MTN shares topped 155 naira per share, then slipped down to 145 naira within the last 1.5 hours. What's going on? Dangote Cement is in the red. The Nigerian stock market is trading water, negative, about 0.75% as we speak. Temple Ashaji, our business correspondent, coming here very quickly. We need to look at it. This is exactly 1 week after MTN listing, and it just saw 155, just about 10 o'clock. Then MTN shares went down to 145. Dangote Cement is in red. The broad market index, the all-share index, is down about 0.8%. What's going on here is the pullback, I don't want to say the honeymoon is over as far as MTN is concerned. What are you hearing? What do you know? Okay, I guess we're trying to patch up Temple's audio in here. But right now, as we speak, the Dangote Cement shares is down 3.94%. That's the main rival to MTN Nigeria when it comes to the most capitalized company. Dangote Cement is trading 195 naira on the counter. MTN shares touched 155 naira per share within the last 1 hour and a few minutes. It was listed 99 naira this time on Thursday last week, but the price slipped to 145 within the last hour as well. Trading is continuing, still early hours yet, closing at 2:30, but this is one major slip on the counter for MTN Nigeria. But of course, if you're interested, or not even interested, if you're a shareholder in Forty Oil, I'm sure you already have the announcement of the closure date for the special dividend, 115 kobo that Forty Oil will be paid on the 3rd of June. Book will be closed June 4th to 7th. But let's get back to MTN's story and the marketplace. Tempo.
Well, we know that the market is still looking good, and if you look at the all-share index, it's up some 0.5% at this point. Of course, MTN is back up again. It's done some 14 million plus units of shares traded so far. Share price is rising 3.5% as we speak again. Dangote Cement, due to the fact that it's risen possibly yesterday and of course the day before, it's an opportunity for some investors to quickly take profit on it. You recall that it crossed 200 naira yesterday, and with what we have, 9-point-something% gains yesterday. That's really, really huge for the market. It contributed to the 3-point-something% we recorded yesterday in terms of what the key benchmark indices, raked in yesterday. So this morning, after those gains, I mean, some investors want to take profits, no matter how little it is. You want to rake in something and also put that in your pocket. So that's the reason why we have Dangote Cement currently deep in. Look at the banking sector numbers. That looks also positive right now. The indices for the banking sector also looks positive. Why? Because yesterday, quite a number of the companies actually went down yesterday. A lot of them closed in red, but at this point we're seeing them rising again. Some of them, why we also have a bit of a portfolio rebalancing taking place on the likes of FVN Holdings, which has lost, I think, close to 10% or thereabouts, some 9.42%, and its share price has been decreased. So you want to see some investors who want to sell down on some stocks that are not really moving fast enough for them to then move their investments into some other companies that will be able to channel some profit their way in the next few sessions as we round up this week, or round up this week rather, going down, given tomorrow that is just around the corner. Bosun. Yes,
it's good. We're wrapping up the week tomorrow. Thank you, Temple Ashaju. It's been a very interesting week, but still on MTN stories, we're seeing the company's shares coming back now to 149.95 kobo, and that is a bit back. Of course, it's going to still be an intraday price movement up and down. We'll see how all of this finishes up at 2:30 when the Nigerian market formally closes for the day. But this is how we close the show here on Business Morning. We'll see you again tomorrow. Have a great day.